Welcome back to the last Studio Bloc Master episode here, the final. I won't do too much of a report because I don't have the same camera angle which I use for the World Cup final reports. I will also not talk about what the setters intended with these blocks. You can take a look at this in another episode somewhere here and listen and see their thoughts about how this boulder was supposed to be climbed. Yeah, my camera is broken, my microphone is broken, so I use this camera. So let's start quick. We will see the setter's favorite blocks, and then we will take a look at the boulders itself. Once we watched all these boulders, I will do some Marty Bird and crunch some numbers, and we'll take a look at the statistics compared Studio Bloc and ifsc season 2019. Watch Ozark, watch this video. Bye bye.
Which one is your favorite boulder of the round?
The hardest one.
Which one?
Man or woman?
Both. Which one is your favorite woman?
Favorite woman? It's not ready, everything. The slab isn't ready right now, so...
Yeah, but why is it your favorite boulder?
Black one.
Yeah, but why is it your favorite boulder?
Why? Yeah. Because this is just pure strength.
The black one?
Yeah. You need a power and a lot of strength muscles. Yeah. So I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
and
especially the last move when you go like.
and the slab boulder. Why is this your favorite?
I like the slab for the girls. The first part is super tricky. You have to be really calm. If you go too fast, you can fall down or slip. So I like it. The second part, it's not ready yet, so we'll see. I would like to have something faster to the end.
But if already the first part is so good, then the second part has to be...
Perfect.
Perfect! Ist es dein Lieblingsboulder von den ganzen, die du im Finale gesehen hast?
Der hier.
Der von Matze?
Der von Matze.
Warum?
Na, gibt eine gute Show, glaube ich.
Mir gefällt Roberts Herrenboulder am besten. Und bei den Ladies habe ich echt ein wenig Überblick gerade. Aber da gefällt mir wirklich der erste Boulder von der Olga gerade am besten. Die Züge sind sehr harmonisch und es passiert jedes Mal wie soll ich sagen, Tempowechsel. Ja. Es sind 2, 3 Tempowechseln drin und das mag ich sehr am Bouldern.
Okay. Roberts Boulder?
Roberts Boulder, quasi fast genau das gleiche. Ich finde es immer super geil, wenn man was an die Wand schraubt, was einfach komplett neu, anders aussieht. Man guckt das an, braucht erstmal wirklich eine Minute, um irgendwas zu verstehen und seinen Weg herauszufinden und erst dann kann man bouldern. So, und das finde ich auch sehr beeindruckend.
Was ist denn dein Lieblingsboulder von den Damen bisher?
Also der Start ist schon wirklich sehr, sehr interessant und schön. Also, und Matze seiner finde ich auch toll. Und der erste ist, ich finde eigentlich alle nicht so schlecht.
Okay, also du hast keinen richtigen Liebling?
Nee, hab ich
okay. Und bei den Herren, hast du da einen Lieblingsboulder? Oder einer der...
Da würde ich sagen, die beiden mittleren hier, die physischen.
Warum? Nur weil die physisch sind?
Nee, die sehen einfach auch sehr futuristisch aus. Ja. Finde ich wichtig im Finale, dass es irgendwie besonders aussieht. Ja. Und ich glaube, dass man da wirklich sehen kann, auch wenn jemand fightet und Angst hat und sich abmüht. Bei so einer Platte oder so, dann sieht man, okay, abgerutscht, aber da sieht man nicht so richtig vorher die Stimmung bei dem Boulderer. Ja. Ich denke mal, dort kann man das in den Augen sehen, wie das sich da anstrengen muss.
Lieblingsboulder aus den Runden. Was ist dein liebster Damenboulder und was ist dein liebster Herrenboulder?
Ich würde sagen, ich mag sie alle, aber ich finde den ersten Damenboulder ganz cool.
Warum?
Mit dem Walzer-Move in der Mitte. Ja, es ist irgendwie eine Bewegung, die man selten sieht, so eine schnelle Körperdrehung.
Und bei den Herren?
Da habe ich mich noch nicht entschieden. Die Platte kann ganz interessant werden. Der Boulder vom Matze schaut cool aus. Die Volume-Schlacht zum Schluss natürlich auch.
Gut, also auf welchen freust du dich am meisten?
Ganz coole Runde.
Ja, eigentlich schon. Ne?
the right one.
Matzes?
No, he said Rainy said.
Oh, the black one?
Yeah, the black one.
Why?
Because it's difficult style for me, and I like.
And your favorite girls boulder, women's boulder?
My favorite woman boulder is good answer. Good question. My favorite boulder woman is the first one.
Cool. And why?
Because have a lot of space, you know, and every move is beautiful.
Beautiful. Boulder number 1, Olga's favorite, the dynamic, powerful movement. You had different solutions. Either you go 1, 2 from the first one straight to the third one, or like Vadim tries in the next try 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth movement to the big one. Actually, Yannick Flohe was the first starter out, and I think he needed 5 tries to manage the first move, and then only one more move left. The dynamic press into the shoulder, swinging onto your feet. That was pretty spectacular and pretty powerful at the top. Jernej Kruder and Sergej Tupishko were the only ones able to flash boulder number 1. Jernej on the left side, and Gregor also opted to go into the shoulder version, while Sergej Tupishko, who is our tallest competitor in the whole men's field, opted to go crossover first. Vadim choose the really powerful and really complicated way, matching on both holds number 1 and 2 before he goes to the zone hold, and then we were able to see that the last move they struggled a little bit, but it was not too hard at all because everyone climbed the boulder to the finish once they did the jump. I really liked Reiny's decision to have both boulders at the same time with the same style. Usually or many times you see that the characters or the styles differ from one boulder to the other while they happen at the same time. This one is dynamic as well, but sideways, and we can see here Jessica Pills on the left side steps a little bit further with her right foot, while on the left side her right foot is further to the left below her right elbow, and it's a little bit easier to cross over and underneath. Let's see what happens. On the left side she slips, doesn't find any control to go further to the right. We can see here how important it is to keep your hip close to the wall and to have your foot as a point where you rotate around. Mia sticks a little bit closer to the wall, and take a look at her right hand. She's able to push and to keep the control on the side pole to rotate around and to stay close to the wall with her hip. Let's see how she ends up really close, stepping again. And we compare Chloe on the left side and Mia again here. Beautiful example. Now also Chloe again, this time with Janja. Even though we have different camera angles, I think it's quite obvious to see that Chloe moves way higher. Her right foot is higher, her hip is way higher, she's way further to the right already, and her right hand doesn't really touch the side pole yet. She's grabbing around it, but she's still aiming with the momentum from the first move already for the second hold. So way higher, and she doesn't control the right hand hold the way Janja and Mia do. She arrives at the second hand hold with bent arms, pushes in a little bit. Two different ways to do this. The first move was not the hardest, except for Janja, who did it first try. Everyone needed a couple of tries, but we've seen Robert and Olga testing it in our first episode, and the hardest part was still ahead, the mental. Take a look at the right side. Mia already flipped her left hand, so she can push now, while Jessie had to fight harder to flip and rotate her hand. Now it's all about keeping your hip close to the wall, and take a look at Jessie. As soon as she tries to lift her left foot, she doesn't have the control anymore, so she moves and pulls something out of her bag. Impressive! Team Slovenia was quite strong anyway. 4 girls in the finals, Lučka and Lucia on the right. Sorry if I didn't get your name wrong. They did it really slow. Janja, who sent the first move first try, slipped on the way to the top. So she needed 2 tries to conquer the end, and we can see here in this close-up how hard she had to fight to flip her hand and get her foot higher. Manu and I were filming and recording, so we tried to get everything. Sometimes we were not able to. I'll come to this later. So as mentioned before, Janja needed also 2 tries. At least she flashed everything up to the zone, and we got 5 tops in total. M1 was quite easy, M2 was way harder, so let's enjoy Yannick Flohe in his second try in M2.
Ja, natürlich, immer. Oh, Yannick holt sich das Ding. Voll in der Shooter. Das kann er. Komm, Yannick. Das Ding passt für dich. Komm, Yannick. Alle. Voll in der Horizontalen hier. Ja! Und jetzt hol dir den Kopf, Yannick.
Yannick climbed it exactly like Matze intended. Gianluca Posch tried the same, was not able to. Yannick only slipped at the first starting position. Besides this, he flashed the boulder from the get-go. Sergey, who's way taller, was able to keep his left foot on this foothold. You've seen this. And then he climbed the rest like Matze intended to, feet first, while Yannick jumped all out and did some harakiri moves at the top. Sergey, who's way taller, of course, can use his lanky long legs, and then he found the mental position, which is obviously not his favorite position. I think he's just too tall, but he somehow made it. He leans on his left elbow. Amazing top. Luca struggled, Jernej struggled as well, and now it's a good time to compare this shoulder move, which is just so powerful. Of course, Jernej had an injury and he's still recovering, but we can see how high Yannick pulls to get his head in a stable position between his shoulders, how wild his feet are swinging, and he's just incredibly strong and sticks this move like this. We can see how strong he is because no one else, spoiler already, was able to stick it like this. So let's go back again how they stuck this move. We can see how Jernej still has his left foot on this foothold, and now 2 different perspectives. Sorry, I'm just in love with this boulder, so we will see it this time and just one more time after this. If you don't want to see Jernej climbing, you should cancel watching this video. No, I love it. It's beautiful. It's such a nice boulder. Thank you, Matze, again, and thank you, Manu, for filming. This was just amazing to witness and to see, and different ways to climb the bottom part and also different ways to climb the higher part. I mentioned before we will see it one more time, and this is because we will see Vadim the Crusader, Vadim the Crusher, the strongest guy alive in my opinion, and he tried the shoulder move before, didn't find a solution, and now he kicked. Matze tried this one time while setting and said this is insane because you have to kick so high, and after this crossing over like this, I don't know. And then not only this, he still managed to do something different again, moves into the shoulder, open shoulder. I had to take this stream footage because this footage is like this. You can see what's actually happening. Take a look at his head and where he kicks. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm speechless. This is just something I never would have guessed would be possible. But I'm also quite amazed at that he was not able to do the shoulder move, which Yannick was able to do. Instead, he did this crazy karate move. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Vadim Timonov. And let's go to boulder number 2 of the girls. Before that, we will take a look at the results. And I have to correct myself, Jernej needed 3 tries. When I remember now, he tried the shoulder move one more time before. But anyway, Jernej was the most successful just when it comes down to boulder number 2. I'm doing an all-over result at the end of the whole video, but he needed 2 tries while the rest needed 3 tries, respectively. Jernej 4 tries, and Gregor and Gianluca Posch were not able, unfortunately, to send boulder problem number 2. This power beast. Power for the girls as well, set by Reini with his own Frutti di Fresco, Frutti di Bosco, Reini's Quadra volumes. I always forget the name, Jessie Pills, starter number 1. And after this painful and really powerful jump into the shoulder, it's way better if your head is higher between your shoulders. Take a look at Jessie, how hard she has to fight to gain the height again. After this, you need to be a little bit soft again to get your hip and your foot over to the right, heel hook or toe hook to pull your body over to the right, and then one hard move to the zone. And there were different ways how to do that. Either you went straight with your right hand, and after this Jessie unfortunately was not able to do it anymore. Mia tried it like this, then she matched on the right side. Sorry, I don't know what the hold is like on the right side, but I can tell you for sure it's not good. First try she slipped off. Second try, trying this method, Mia was able to get the zone, lean to the right, and secure the top of boulder number 2. Mia needed 5 tries to send boulder number 2, while Chloe and Janja needed each 2 tries. This is their second try. They both opted to go for the toe hook non-matching method, and we can see that Janja is a little bit quicker. They both struggle to find the toe hook, and once they have the toe hook, Janja is able to shake one more time, and bop, she bumps higher. Powerful, awesome move, body tension, power, core. And after this, Janja is just a little bit quicker, thinks about what she's about to do. I think Chloe also struggled a little bit with her elbow, or at least her arm. She struggles with her reach here and uses the heel hook on the right side. In the end, those two were the only ones sending it in 2 tries. Then Mia Crumple secured the third try, the third top, while Jessie Pills was the only one of the other 3 left to secure a zone. A hard block, really hard block. M3 was even harder, and I think Reini set by far the hardest boulders of the round in each category. We've seen Matze and the others testing this block, and this was the hard move, moving over to the right, not too far, to be able to stick your foot and not moving over the point. And this time Jernej sticks the move. But we've seen, and we also know after this, it's not over, because you have to fight against the barn door. The zone hold looks shiny, black and good, but it's not. It's really slippery. You have a stable position here. Unfortunately, I couldn't record it any better or find a different angle, because I bumped into another photographer who wanted to fight me. In the end, nothing happened so far until Jernej Kruder entered the mats. So let's join Jernej and a bad perspective in his try of boulder number 3. That's what I love about climbing, the unexpected, the real magic of things you would never guessed which could happen. And I took this stream footage, and yeah, the first move, then he slips again, and then when you think he has got everything in the bag, he slips again, and it's just magic. So cool, thank you Jernej. As mentioned before, the hardest block of the round. Only one top, no one else was able to secure a top. Vadim was able to secure a zone in 7 tries, but not Jernej, not Gregor, not Gianluca Posch, who was also quite tall, were able to get a zone. So we ended up with Jernej leading after 3 boulder problems with 3 tops. Boulder number 3 for the girls, the slab, also slow, was also really hard. Set by Olga, and I think in a team with Robert mainly. The first hard part was to get into this zone hold, this huge white bubble where Jessie is right here. You have to pay attention to her right foot. If it's too low, you cannot push and press underneath it. If you bump it and you don't hit the volume, you slip off. Second try, she hits the volume, can push and press underneath, but it's still not over. As mentioned before, this section is on the right side a little bit slabby. Now she moves into, I think, a word or almost vertical angle. One of the beta spear volumes on the left side. Mainly pure friction, no screw-ons on this volume, so you had to lean back like on a flake, find the right body position, and then move slowly with caution or really quick, but to the last hold. But don't slip. I tell you, slipping on this volume is not good. Oop, another slip. So the last move was really hard. No one did it first try, even Janja, who tried really dynamic. Let's go back to the first hard crux move. We can see here Chloe on the left side tries to do it with a foothold, while on the right side she didn't use the foothold and slips off. The dynamic way on the right side is not the best option. Your hip is too far off the wall, and as mentioned before, after this Chloe had to fight quite hard and fell at the top. The only two successful attempts were Luchka Rakovets and Janja Garnbret, of course, so let's enjoy those two climbing the boulder number 3. Good separation and split here, only 2 tops, everyone else fell after the zone on the way to the top. Only 2 more boulders to go, male for the maze with all the beta volumes and beta waves, and Yannick's second go is twice as quick, double as quick, you know what I'm saying. It's just quicker because he's doing so many different body positions to find his way through this maze, through the waves, to get to the zone where the hardest move waited for him, this one. This is his third try, and we have seen the others testing it. This was the core move, the glory move. Sergey secured a zone here. Jernej was able to find a toke underneath. He was also able to go with his left hand, crossing over. First we didn't try this. Unfortunately, this did not lead to any success, and so the only 2 successful climbers on this boulder problem were Vadim Timonov on the left and Gregor Vesonik on the right. We see a comparison. While Vadim climbs only with half the speed, Gregor in his flash attempt, first try, climbs in the real speed.
Ja, testet hier erstmal alles mit der rechten Hand. Wie fühlt sich das Volumen um die Ecke an? Sehr gute Idee. Sieht natürlich noch ein bisschen aus, aber er hat scheinbar noch genug. Schau mal links das Knie, alles gut. Auch jetzt zusammengefaltet. Gregor, super. Ja, Gregor. Oh. Und ich würde sagen, wir feuern ein bisschen an. Und was Ähnliches passiert jetzt nach unten in die Kammerlutsche. Fußfrage, genau, genau, genau. Und genau.
I don't know what to say about this boulder. They both flashed it, no one else climbed it. And the only thing I can say is that Vadim took only half the time, less than half the time than Gregor. Even though Gregor stood on top of wave number 3 for a long time. I think Vadim had a hard time climbing the next move. Take a look at his face, how hard the next move is and how hard he has to fight. Oh, what an amazing move, flagging out like this. In the background we can see Janja in boulder problem number 4. It was quite hard to record and film both at the same time because I was so excited and I wanted to record everything, almost slipping there. At this point you were able to stand for a long time and think. Vadim didn't think, he just wanted to top boulder number 4. Last women's boulder, and if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be not the hardest one. Spoiler alert, it turned out to be the hardest one. Everyone came sooner or later close to the lip there. Different ways to climb this section, either toe hook or heel hook on the left side. Mia Crumple also tried with the heel hook, and as soon as everyone else tried it, they slipped off. So we can compare Chloe and Janja again. While Chloe opted to go lower for the first move, Janja did the intended way, the flip dynamic move, and after this I think it's Janja's flash go, Chloe's second or third go, and quite hard to see it here on the split screen, but Janja is a little bit quicker, moves her heel in, drops her right foot, so she has only all the pressure in her left heel and sticks the move over above to the lip, to this penultimate hold, and in her flash go, bam, goes to the top. Let's take a look at Chloe to the left. She takes way longer, even though she climbed it already before. It was quite confusing, like Reini said, way too many options to climb it. Here the flip move at the start again, and as mentioned before, Janja was the only one able to climb boulder number 4. Was it too hard? Was it didn't it hit the grade? In the end, it really doesn't matter because they all were able to fight and to climb some moves. So let's enjoy Janja and boulder number 4. Crazy stuff. Sergei Topishko won with 3 tops and 4 zones. He had 2 attempts less to get to the tops compared to Vadim Timonov. On the other hand, Vadim needed 7 more attempts to get these 4 zones. We got a beautiful ranking, 3 tops, 2 tops and 1 top. And for me it's beautiful because we were able to witness that all 4 problems were climbable. They were climbed from different competitors in different amounts, which is always good to see for a show. Let's compare this studio block with the IFSC. At the studio Bloc Masters final, we had 13 tops, which equals the on average amount of tops of the IFSC 2019 season. Also 19 zones compared to 21.3 zones. Same but different. Also the amount to achieve these tops is just slightly more when it comes to the studio Bloc Masters, but what's considerably more is the needed amount of attempts to get these zones. Matze already mentioned when it came down to the semifinals that the round is not too hard. Of course there were really hard blocks, but it's more or less down to the attempts which we were able to witness and see here. This looks a little bit like a typical IFSC final. Janja Garnbret winning, of course, being also the only one able to top all 4 boulder problems. And then we have another good ranking divided and split by tops and amounts for the zone and so on. In the end, we were only able to see 1 flash of Janja Garnbret in the last female final bowler, which was quite cool because usually she flashes more bowler problems. They also had to work quite hard, so let's take a look and compare these numbers with the ifsc season 2019. There are only 11 tops climbed at the Studio Bloc Masters final, while in an ifsc final we have on average 16.3 tops. This could have two reasons in my opinion. One, the starting field is a little bit weaker when it comes to the Studio Bloc Masters final. We are missing Miho, Akio, Fanny, Petra and so on. Of course Chloe, Luchka, Mia and Lucia. Lucia not, but the others have been in an ifsc final, but they are not all of them except for Janja regularly. So this could be reason number one. Reason number two could also be that the boulders are way harder after the zone compared to an ifsc final. I will never know, this is just my guess. I think it's because the final was probably on the same level, but the starters were a little bit weaker. Biggest difference we can see is the needed amount to achieve these zones. 54 tries compared to 38.5. I think it comes down again to the weaker finalists, and not that these bowlers are that complicated. Boulder number one, it was a dynamic, tricky move to achieve the zone. Boulder number two was really, really hard. Let me put it this way, the shoulder move and then further to the right, we haven't seen that many zones. Boulder number three, the slab, just needed many tries to find the good position. And boulder number four, who got the zone, had to fight really hard, except for Janja Garnbret, obviously. Okay, that's it so far. Thank you for watching and listening, and we will see and hear each other, I don't know when. Is there any competition you want to see me doing a report of? It has to be one from the past. I don't know, let me know what you want to see or want to talk about. If you haven't checked out our podcast yet, probably if you don't have anything to do, if you want to ask us something or we should talk about something, we are free and open-minded for any topic you wanna talk about or wanna see us talk about. Anyway, Niki out, stay safe, keep the distance and keep parkour. I love you, bye bye.